Welcome back to Rich Words Music, where today I am at 42 Gear Street in central Germany, and I've been joined by two very special guests for today's video. On my right is Krenar. Welcome.
Thanks for having me here, man.
Thank you for being here too. Krenar is a fantastic jazz player, as you will have seen from his channel if you've subscribed already. If not, link in the description. And to my left, out of shot right now, but we can change the shot to see him, is Jens.
Hello there.
And Jens is a representative of PJD Guitars, and that's what this video is about today, because what we wanted to do is really get to understand this young, up-and-coming British brand. It was formed in 2010, correct?
Yeah, that's when Lee Dobby, the master builder and head of company, started this.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay, so since 2010, they've been going 10, 11 years now, and they've started to make quite a name for themselves. And I would say specifically, one video that really stood out for me recently was one that our good friend Henning Pauli made, where he got hold of the new Woodford Standard model. I believe this exact one here.
It is.
Yeah, Krenar is holding in his hands. And what we were seeing in that video is a British-made guitar which featured Seymour Duncan humbuckers, great hardware, and seemed to play, feel, and sound absolutely fantastic for what Henning said was around £1,000 or €1,000.
Yeah, as far as I remember, they were bare knuckle pickups, right?
Bare knuckles, sorry.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
correct.
okay. Well, good pickups anyway, not kind of generic pickups. And that really got me and got people in the comments section kind of thinking, how is this possible? How are these guys building such great sounding, feeling, and such great spec instruments for such an affordable price? And what I thought I would do is get you, Jens, and get you, Krenar, a great player, and just talk us through the story of PJD. So that's what we're going to do today. So I guess what we should do is sort of start at the beginning a little bit and work our way up to the standard model. So how did PJD get started, and what were the first guitars in the range?
Well, actually, Lee started, like you already said, 10 years ago, or almost 12 years ago, building guitars, not as a full-time job, but he was a prop maker at the theatre in London.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the evenings, spent time at his little workshop building instruments for his friends, for himself, for musicians that approached him, asking, can you build me this, can you build me that? Sure. And he did that in the evenings. And at some point, this got so big that he had to make a decision, do I go full-time guitar building, or will I stay with the theatre? And he made the decision, and then at some point also moved from London to York, where the workshop is right now. A bigger space, more people employed, and met his partner, Mike. The two of them, they are the heads of the company. And straightened the lineup, so to speak. So we have these three basic body shapes. You hold here the Carey.
So this is the single cut model. It's a shape that everyone will recognize, but it has its own twist, right?
It does,
so,
yeah. It sounds nothing like your standard
single cut
guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a different beast.
Can you tell us a little bit about the specifications of this exact model that we can see here?
Yes, that is Carey Limited, and that means it's a mahogany body, it's a roasted maple neck, it's a flame maple top with binding, and then a two humbucker configuration, because you also get these guitars. We have some in the back there with a P90 in the neck.
Yep.
So this is a limited version. It's a compound radius, 10 to 12, so it's not too different, but still it feels very comfortable. Immediately when you grab the neck, it's like, it all feels very easy, I would say, to play. You feel at home, right at home.
Yeah, for me, that's exactly how I felt. I like necks which are not too thin and not too fat, and this is like a comfortable, sort of chunky, modern C sort of a shape, it feels to me. It feels right at home in the hand. Yeah, not too big, not too small, not going to offend anybody, really. And yeah, this guitar looks the business, and I love the look of that. I love the satin finish as well. I love the flame maple top. Most of my guitars at home are blue as well, so you've got me with this one straight away. And I love the attention to detail on the back of the body here. You can see that the control cavity covers are also finished in the same color.
Yeah.
What's the name of this finish, by the way? Do you know it off the top of your head?
Got me.
I'm going to go with ocean blue, something like that.
But like submarine blue.
Submarine blue. Yeah, maybe something like that.
I can quickly look it up, but we offer different finishes. Like you can also get like a burst in blue.
Yep.
If you go to the website, check out the different models. We show pictures of every color available, and yeah, of course the tops change every time.
Yep,
The
sure.
piece of wood is never the same, is
Yep.
it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And what pickups are in this one?
Those are also bare knuckle, boot camp, humbuckers, medium output, I would say, not like your high gain monster.
Yep. Yep.
And then the pots are CTS, or
Yep.
sometimes also bare knuckles.
Yep.
And they use the 550K pots.
Right.
And what that does is a little bit more trouble goes through. And that's why the guitars sound a bit more twangy, bright,
And open, I would say.
opener,
Yeah.
than your standard single cut guitar would with
Yeah.
humbuckers. But it's just a different, not saying the other one is bad, it's just a little, more twangy.
It's a different kind of a flavour. So maybe we should just hear this one actually very
Yeah.
briefly first. Shall
Sure.
I give it to you?
Yeah.
Or yeah?
Yeah, you can go. You
Yeah,
can go ahead.
I can
You
go. We're just passing things around in this video. Really
It's
just
fun.
seeing what
It's
we
fun.
Can,
It's really fun.
what
Trust
we can
me.
come up with. It's the flavour of this whole event, right? People go into rooms and give each other guitars and play them. So what we're playing through today is amp number 2 in the room, which is the purple rev generator at the back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the Amps Clean channel, and we're actually running it through the Line 6 Pod Go, which is on the floor in front of us. It's just set up to a very basic sort of a clean
Yeah. So
pushed sound.
basically, we only have reverb, and for our overdrive, we have the Prince of Tone model, and just sounds great.
Yep,
to
exactly.
complain.
So let me just run us very quickly through the clean sounds, just a little bit of the light crunch, and then we'll move on.
All right. Here
Alrighty.
you go.
So that was just the bridge pickup, but it is like, it sounds a bit single cutty standardy to me, but it has more of a slightly chimey top end. It's not quite as fat, and I don't mean that in a negative sense at all. It just has a slightly more, not single coily flavour. It does sound slightly different to me.
Yeah, and it also has that pillow effect. Like, it feels good under the fingers.
Yeah.
Even I'm not a fan of humbucker pickups at all. I mean, not humbuckers, but bridge humbuckers. But that one is just pillowy, and it just responds well to my, in my opinion.
I love the term pillowy, by the way.
Yeah,
I've never
that's
heard
my
the term
that's
pillowy
my thing.
before.
Yeah, I probably said it in every video. So
Yeah. So there you go. It sounds pillowy.
Pillowy.
Yeah. Just so I'll just very quickly go through the clean sounds. So that's just a very pleasant, very usable sound. You could do everything from the kind of jazz that you play. You could use it for pop. You could use it for rock. You could use it for funk. You could use it for pretty much anything. And if I press this button here, right, I'm going to be adding in, is it kind of a sort of transparent overdriving sort of a model to it? So let's just hear how that sounds very briefly. I like that. It sounds very good.
sure does.
So I enjoyed just playing that very, very briefly. We're going to go across now to the standard Woodford model.
Yeah, that's it.
Actually, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't, because we're skipping parts of the PJD story if we do that, aren't we?
Whatever you like, we can.
So
Yeah, this was the first base model, the Carey. What came after that? Let's do it that way. Let's do it chronologically, so as not to confuse the viewers more than they already are.
I'm not exactly sure in which order they came, because Lee had done Woodfords previous to this one. It just was re-released in December last year.
Okay.
So that's why it's not like this is the latest model. I think there always has been like the Woodford shape, and it's always been in the lineup.
Yeah, okay, so let's do model shapes then. So we've got the Woodford, which is your double cut, single coil, traditionally sort of a model. We've got the Carey single cut here,
Yeah.
and we've got the slightly more unusual ones, namely the offset here. What's the name of that model?
This is a St. John model, and this is a St. John Limited, also with mahogany body. And then you cannot see it, but it's a hollow one.
Mm-hmm.
So the musician who orders it gets to choose, do I want an F-hole or not?
Yeah.
And because nothing is pre-made at the factory. At the moment you decide I want to order a guitar, then they start building it.
Yeah.
And so you can choose many specs. You can choose the pickups, you can choose the woods, you can choose F-hole, pretty much anything. It's a custom shop. If you have some crazy ideas, get in touch, speak to Lee, speak to me if you are in Germany or in Europe, and we can see if we can build it. And I think most of the stuff we can build.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you want a 7-string reversed headstock, pretty sure it can be done.
I'm pretty sure that not many people have ordered a 7-string reverse headstock yet, but you never know.
They might.
They might.
They
From
just
now.
might.
Yeah. Let's swap it over. I want to give the P90 in the neck to you because I know that you can give that P90
All right. Let's
all
see.
the justice in the world.
Let's see if we can do some.
Okay, wait.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're really crossing the streams here, but yeah. So Krenar is going to try out the St. John.
St. John. Right.
You see, someone's had it in drop D already.
Yeah.
They've been doing some metal on it. We're one step away from that 7-string reverse headstock now. And so behind us, we also have a few more models, right?
There is a Carey Standard with a maple neck and maple fretboard, which then just means no binding, no flashy top, but same pickups, same neck, just less bling bling.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All
and
right.
less money.
And a very important factor. Let's hear the St. John then.
I think it sounds amazing.
That's a lovely sound.
It is. It truly is. So let's try to go to the bridge pickup and see what that comes.
Nice and jangly.
Is it the same bare knuckle humbucker in that model, or have we got a different pickup in there?
It should be. Usually it's a bootcamp series, and if you don't order anything specific, because you can order low output version, medium output, high output version. If
Yep.
you don't order anything specific, you get the medium
The
output.
medium one.
Right.
And I'd have to look at the spec sheet that comes in the case. I don't have it here with me, but I'm pretty sure all of these should be the medium output bootcamp pickups.
I would assume that as well. I'm pretty certain it's not the high output
No.
one. Based on those sounds,
Yeah.
it has a really nice top end to it, doesn't
Sure
it?
does.
Really clear. Lots of clarity. So these were the custom shop models. These were the made to order ones. What we should do now is look at the standard models. So let's get the Woodford back and we'll get the Carey, which is
I'll get it for you.
Back
Just
there.
a second.
making the ends run round for us here.
Thank you.
And this Carey Standard in black.
And so these guitars came out last year, right? You started to produce the standard models. They're still made in England, but they come at that much cheaper price point. What differences did you have to make in order to build guitars for that money? I'm almost at a loss to understand how you guys make money selling these guitars.
It wasn't easy, definitely.
Yeah.
And as a few viewers may have even seen when you go on the website now you see a price of 1,250 British pounds. That is for this guitar, and you can choose it with 3 single coils or HSS
Like this.
configuration. In December last year, when they were introduced, the price point was 999 euros. Pounds, sorry, British pounds. Because Lee and Mike had the idea, we want to offer a British-made guitar below £1,000. Let's see if that is possible. And we will use go-to hardware, bare knuckle pickups, premium woods, and all the good stuff. That was very generous of these gentlemen, but the thing is, after a short while, we realized we get many orders now for these, and we cannot only build these because then by the end of the month we won't have anything to eat. That's why the guys in England at some point stopped the orders on the Woodford Standard models and said, you can order them, I think in October, they will be available again to order. There is like a back order list. We now have to finish the orders that were coming in earlier this year. But we had to change the price point from $9.99 to $12.50. But I think it's still a very good price for an English-made guitar with these components.
I'm struggling to think of anything else that you could get from the UK for a similar price, similar quality. I'm not sure how familiar you are with UK builders, but
I haven't heard any like...
I can't think of much else.
Yeah.
And, you know, looking at the responses to Henning's video about these guitars, I don't think anybody else knows ones either. We were all kind of shocked, is the word, to see those prices. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense for me to make them more expensive. They didn't have to be that cheap.
Yeah. Couldn't be done in the long term, but a few musicians were lucky to get it for the for the first prize.
Yeah, well
Good
done
for them.
Yeah, well done, whoever managed that. Keep it, hold on to it, and everybody else has to pay a little bit more. But it still seems, I don't know. Tell me what you think about the quality, having held these guitars. How do they feel to you?
I mean, honestly, that one right there, the blue Carey, is the easiest guitar I've ever played in my life.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just amazing. And the thing is that, all right, that's a custom shop, but even the standards, they feel exactly the same. So that's like is...
The neck is 100% the same. The difference for this black Carey Standard that you are holding there now is just the no binding and no flashy maple top. It's an ash top and ash body, but essentially very close. Almost the same guitar for less money.
Yeah, and the satin finish, of course, is helping to save on some of the budget as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I quite like the satin finish. How it feels,
I love
how
satin
it looks.
finishes. Yeah, that's my thing. My favorite guitar that I play at home, my number one, is a satin finish as well.
Awesome.
I love it. So maybe we should just briefly hear these standard range guitars too.
I'll go with this one with the P90. Got a key. Keep this in it. It's just perfect. Let's add some overdrive. Oh, I'm on the bridge pickup for it. It's beautiful.
It's nice. And how versatile is that guitar, huh? I mean, for what you get for the money with the pickup selections here and the different selections you can use with good use of the amp and the volume and tone controls, you can get pretty much any sound you could ever need with that, I would have thought.
And it looks good.
And it looks great. I'm really impressed with it. You know, again, when I saw the videos of Henning's, which I keep coming back to, I almost thought it must be too good to be true in a way, but yeah, these stack up for that extra price. I really, really like it.
Want to show us that one?
Yeah, no, I want you to show us that one because you're making them sound fantastic, and I'm feeling inferior with my ham-fisted AC/DC attempts. No, but while I've got you here, why shouldn't I take advantage of your fretboard skills?
Means a lot, man. Thank you. All right, let's.
This is the standard Woodford.
Yeah. It's into. So let's try the in-between position since it's like an S-style guitar. I want to try the humbucker with some gain. Lovely.
I like it a lot. The clean was super quacky.
Yeah.
It sounded like, you know, that in between position should sound.
Yeah.
And the humbucker does that humbucker thing.
It really does.
Very, very nice indeed. If you were to pick one of these PJD guitars based on what we've done, what would you choose and why? Which works best for your stylings?
So I like how that plays. That's like a dream. The blue one, the custom one, is just immaculate.
It's not anymore.
It is. It still is. But
It is, yeah.
I also love the idea of having a P90 on the neck, which makes it much more versatile. But it's not like, I mean, the humbucker on the blue one, it sounds open. It sounds mid-rangey, which is perfect. I mean, I would probably be happy with all of these. I mean, not at the same time as well, but they're just great. I mean, there's nothing more I can say.
Yeah, it's funny because I associate you more with hollow body guitars and F-holes. But you can order this one to be a hollow body, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The musician decides.
So there you go. In fact, this one
wants.
actually does have an F-hole on it. So yeah, there you go.
All of these models are customizable. You decide what you want. For example, the color of the pickguard, the neck woods, if you want a rosewood fretboard or a maple one. So for the Woodford Standard, for example, for £12.50 British pounds, you can really get a custom instrument, color-wise, wood-wise, pickup-wise. So you can make it your dream machine.
Wait, so even with the standard models, even with these ones, you can customize them?
These, not completely, but these specs I mentioned, like pickguard color.
Oh, wow. I thought you were talking just about the custom ones.
No.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Pickguard color. For example, this HSS configuration with the humbucker and the bridge. You can even choose how much output you want. We offer 3 different humbuckers there.
Right.
If you're a metal guy, choose the high output humbucker. And then we have medium and low output for the cleaner stuff. You can choose that when you order it.
That's a quite nice selection choice. You've got quite a few good options there.
I think we do, yeah.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. Well, listen, Jens, thank you so much for taking the time to sit there on the cab and just answer our questions and hand us guitars and stuff.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm
and
glad.
thank you, Krenar, so much for
Thank you for having me.
giving us some of your beautiful playing and some of your great insights into the sounds and into your feelings about the guitar. Everybody who hasn't subbed to Krenar yet, you have to do it. His link is down there in the description. I will, of course, add links to PJD Guitars. That will also be in the description. We have to say just a little word about this event that we're at. It's 42 Gear Street 3. We have to thank Henning Pauli and everyone else involved with it for putting this event on. We also have to mention that we're doing it pretty safely. We're keeping our distance as much as we can. You know, we're all vaccinated against coronavirus. We're all trying to keep ourselves safe. We're not taking risks or anything like that. Finally, I have to say, please sub to my channel because I'm in a race to 1,000 subs with Victor, who is switching this video, and I need to win that race. But that's been it for today's video. Thank you very much again to everyone involved. But I've been Rich for Rich Words Music, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.